The SIF is providing these short tutorials to assist shrimp subscribers. These are companion pieces to the Shrimp 4.0 user guide that can be found on the SIF webpage and within the Shrimp tool. In this video, we will discuss the ways a threat or subthreat interview is generated. Let's go ahead and jump into the tool. Shrimp utilizes 10 threats in its risk ranking algorithm, and you can see those 10 threats across the tabs here on the screen. The interviews associated with the 3 corrosion threats, atmospheric, external, and internal corrosion, are generated based upon the system asset information, which is populated up here in the Systems tab. Users are welcome to subsection out any of the threats in the corrosion sections. For example, a user may decide to subsection out the external corrosion threat for unprotected bare steel based upon something like the geographic area, the decade of installation, or any other detail associated with that asset that they think would make sense to subsection out. So in this case, we went ahead and we subsectioned out unprotected steel, bare steel, one for the balance of the system and one specifically for Smith Street. You may also note that I, as a user, because I subsectioned out for Smith Street, I am able to delete that added interview. I am, however, unable to delete the baseline unprotected coated steel interview that was generated by the tool because I indicated that I had means and services that were unprotected coated steel in my system information. If I wanted to further subsection this out, I would add interview. Maybe I want to do Main Street this time. I am required to put in a description. And I can save and close. I'd obviously have to fill out the rest of the information in this interview for it to be fully complete. But just to show you guys, we have Smith Street, Main Street, and then the balance of our system here. The other outside forces threat only has a baseline interview, and that's will only show as a single threat on your risk ranking page. Regardless of how I answer these questions, I am only provided this one interview. I, however, can subsection out this interview if I should want to. Maybe I want to do inside and outside business districts, for example. Users can add as many other threats as they might need for their threat assessment. And you can do that on the other threats tab here. The remaining 5 threats have baseline interviews that must be completed by all users. And those 5 threats are the natural forces, excavation, material weld or joint failure, equipment malfunction, and incorrect operations. In each one of these cases, you have a baseline interview, and then you are populated with subsequent sub-threat interviews based off your answers to the questions. We'll jump into material weld and joint failure just so you can see how this works. Say I want to say that, yes, I have manufacturing defects on pipe, and yes, I've installed permalock tapping tees. But I don't have any of these known materials, and I don't have any workmanship defects. I'm going to save these, and I'm going to certify my responses. And then now I've been populated with the 2 sub-threat interviews, one for manufacturing defects and one for permalock. Again, I can always subsection out those if I want to do that based off of what I found in my system. Maybe I have 2 different types of manufacturing defects. Maybe I have permalocks in 2 different areas of my system. Again, welcome to add an interview and subsection those out. And just like in the external corrosion section, that baseline interview that the tool generated cannot be deleted, but any subsectioning out could be deleted. The reason why I mention this is because that in order for each one of these items to be shown as complete, each one of these threats up here to be shown as complete, all subsequent interviews and sub-threat interviews must be completed. Just as with the other threats, you can, subsection everything out. And if for some reason you believe that the Shrimp tool has either generated a threat or sub-threat interview in error, please first verify that your baseline interview questions have been modified to reflect the omission of that sub-threat. I want to give you an example here. Say I say, I don't know why this says permalock. I don't have any permalock. I ask that before you email us, you go back into your baseline interview question and see, oh, yep, I accidentally did say yes here. I meant to say no. I'm going to recertify. I'm going to save and close it. And now that permalock sub-threat interview is now removed. So please just do a double check of that. Likewise, for the external corrosion threat, if you wonder why you have cathodically protected coated steel, maybe you don't have any of that for some reason, you need to go back into your system information and remove any mileage associated or services associated with that material type. If you've done both of those and you're still seeing an interview that you believe is an error, you're always welcome to email appsupport@apjsif.org. I hope this video has been helpful just to help you guys understand how threat interviews are generated and sub-threat interviews are generated and how you can subsection those out. For more information, please watch some of the other videos or check out our user guide. Thank you.